And the AI race has entered a new phase, and the battleground is now global. Just a day after President Trump declared a crackdown on Chinese AI DeepSeek, Italy has followed suit, removing the Chinese app from stores and demanding answers on data privacy. Meanwhile, just like in Rome, tensions remain high in Washington, and lawmakers are debating how to counter China's rapid AI advancements. Is this part of a tech Cold War? And what does it mean for the future of AI? We have more in our next report.
The battle lines are drawn. Less than 24 hours after President Donald Trump declared a crackdown on DeepSeek AI, calling it a wake-up call, one of America's closest allies in Europe is stepping in. Italy has followed Washington's lead, putting the Chinese AI app under intense scrutiny.
Our office will launch an in-depth investigation to see if European Union data protection regulations are being respected.
The app, once the most downloaded in the United States and the United Kingdom, is now vanishing from European app stores. And in Italy, users trying to install it on Apple's App Store and Google Play are met with cryptic error messages. Currently not available in your region, says one. Download not supported, reads another. But this isn't just about an app. Italy's data watchdog, Garante, has drawn the gauntlet, demanding answers. Who owns the data? Where is it stored? Is it being sent back to China? The Chinese AI company has 20 days to respond or face consequences. Meanwhile, in the US, DeepSeek has exploded into a political firestorm. Trump, speaking to House Republicans in Miami, made it clear this is war.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser-focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that.
And his new executive order is already shaking things up, scrapping Biden-era AI policies and setting a new aggressive course.
What this showed is that our export controls, not backed by tariffs, are like a whack-a-mole model where they get prevented over here and China figures out a way around it over there. We've got to find a way to back our export controls with tariff model so that we tell China, you think we are your most important trading partner. When we say no, the answer is no. It's a respect thing. They've disrespected us. They've figured out their ways around it. I do not believe that DeepSeek was done all above board. That's nonsense, okay? They stole things, they broke in, they've taken our IP. It's gotta end, and I'm going to be rigorous in our pursuit of restrictions and enforcing those restrictions to keep us in the lead, because we must stay in the lead.
And what about Silicon Valley? It's rattled. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman finally broke his silence. In a post on X, he acknowledged DeepSeek's power. An impressive model, he admitted, but he wasn't worried. We will obviously deliver much better models, he assured his followers. But behind the bravado, there's tension. The US intelligence officials are alarmed. They've warned for many years that China is racing ahead in AI, not just for business, but for military and intelligence purposes. The FBI has already placed AI on its list of critical technologies. And now OpenAI is investigating whether DeepSeek distilled its models, shrinking down a larger AI into a cheaper, faster version. If true, it would mean China has figured out a way to sidestep American innovation. Experts are divided on what to do next, while some believe DeepSeek acquired NVIDIA chips on the black market. Slipping through America's export restrictions, others point to Beijing's deep pockets.
So they have been proving themselves to be able to come up with great solutions because of either innovation or even if you say cutting corners, but coming up with very competitive products or results in the past. In the history of Chinese industry and even manufacturing. So I don't think we should be too surprised about this particular DeepSeek finding. What is more important is now how would the US respond?
But beyond technology and politics, there's something deeper at play. Unlike American models, DeepSeek refuses to discuss the darker chapters of China's history. No mention of human rights abuses, no talk of censorship, just a clean, polished version of reality. And as it spreads, that version could become the default.
I'd say it's about 80% functionality relative to ChatGPT, maybe relative to Meta's Llama. There's some strengths, some areas of weakness in terms of what they're able to do. But functionally, a lot of this AI revolution is really on enterprise use cases. And even though this is a really good model, unless this thing could scale, what I'll call about 10x, it's going to be tough to see how there's any sort of competitive wave that's sent from an enterprise perspective to US tech.
The AI race is no longer about just building better models. It's about who controls the story and the narrative. And right now, the battle is just beginning.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.